with part 2 of the new Commodore 64 project. And yeah, let me show you. Yesterday I showed you the blue C64 style casing that has arrived in my place, and actually today the new motherboard has arrived. So let's go take a look at the motherboard. Here we have the box that it comes in, and it's from individual computers. They also provide hardware solutions for the Amiga and other Commodore 64 computers, and it comes with some instructions. Basically, it tells us that the chipsets, the chips used in this old system are much more susceptible to electrostatic discharge than today's CMOS circuits. So yeah, they advise you to use anti-static wristbands and really earthing yourself without so that you don't destroy the board and its components. So I'm not going to lift it up. I'm just going to look at the components. So let's remove the very nice padding. So this basically is the new Commodore 64 motherboard, and as you can see, it's C64 reloaded by individual computers. And basically it has a lot of the chips, the CIA1 it has in place, and that's the keyboard connector. It has the SID chip in place, which is a new SID chip, and you can actually have a jumper setting for the older and the newer models. And this is the I believe this is the newer model, the 8580. And this is actually a circuit that allows you to change the system between PAL and NTSC, which is actually very interesting, because you can have American games running on there and European games. This is actually a VIC-2 chip, and yeah, you can see that there's various jumper settings for voltages for the different chips. And this is the VIC chip. This is the 8565, so it needs 5 volts instead of 2 volts. So, and it is set to the right, so that is correct. And this is a chip that I still need, and that's the PLA, the C64 PLA. And as you can see, all the chips come in 0 insertion force socket, so that's the only chip that is still in need. There's a 6510 CPU installed, and all the others. There's a RAM, there's color RAM, there's C64 RAM, the CIA2, and the ROMs. And the ROMs are actually C64 Forever ROMs. So they are licensed Commodore 64 ROMs. And yeah, this is the tape port, and this is the user port. This actually is the serial port and the video ports, and this is something extra that comes in place of the RF and the channel selection pod, which is actually a S-video out and a stereo out, and it comes with a cartridge port. So yeah, installing this, oh yeah, and it uses a 12 volt DC in. So yeah, this really turns the Commodore 64 with its blue case, it turns it into a brand new system using older chips, and I just need the PLA, and I need to source a keyboard, a Commodore 64 C keyboard, and I'm going to replace the caps with, and I hope that they are darker blue. I believe that they are darker blue, so they are actually mimicking the startup screen like Hellfire 64 told us or suggested. And yeah, great system. I really love how it looks, and yeah, I mean it's quite amazing to have this this old computer become alive again with with a new with new hardware. So great stuff, great stuff. So yeah. Okay, well, I'll be back with a third installment of this video of this series soon, but I just wanted to show you the motherboards, C64 reloaded by individual computers. I also have an Amiga CPU daughterboard made by this company, and it's amazing. And Schoenfeld, Mr. Schoenfeld, kudos, man.